Welcome to Afrofutures Pod. I am your host and producer for this digital podcast. DuEwa Frazier is my name, and this is my second digital podcast. My first one is Nerdosity Podcast, which you may have listened to, and this podcast will be a bit similar, except we're going to focus on all things Afrofuturism. And I am presenting my new edited volume, Introduction to Afrofuturism, a mixtape in Black literature and arts. Let me tell you a little bit about this wonderful collection that was released in August of 2024 and published by the academic press Routledge, located in the UK and also New York. Part 1 of this edited volume features poetry, prose, drama, and creative nonfiction contributions from Curtis L. Chrysler, Zarina X.E. Frey, Rand Walker, Alan King, Raina J. Leon, and author Ricky Doc Flowers, Jr. Part 2 of the volume introduces critical scholarship and essays on Afrofuturistic aspects in Black music and film by Paul Youngquist, DuEwa M. Frazier, Christian M. Hines, Juliette Gautier, Douglas Rasmussen, Jeffrey Renard Allen, Jeremy Laffery, Olayambo Reggie Oyelade, Olivia Uzodima Eka, and Shanae Ann Phillips, and makes historical connections to the present and future of Black arts. Part 3 of Introduction to Afrofuturism explores Black feminisms and speculative prose through the scholarship of Anindita Gozal and Aritra Gozal, Florice W. Richardson, Heather Thaxter, Ayana T. Hardaway, Jada Similton, Jasmine H. Wade, Keisha Allen, Michael Rashawn Hall, Victoria Moten, and A.K. Wright. How might we define Afrofuturism? Culture critic Mark Derry first birthed the term Afrofuturism when he asserted in his essay Black to the Future that speculative fiction that treats African American themes and addresses African American concerns in the context of 20th century technoculture and, more generally, African American signification that appropriates images of technology and prosthetically enhanced future might, for want of a better term, be called Afrofuturism. Noted scholar Alondra Nelson defines Afrofuturism as culture and stories that incorporate sci-fi, technological innovation, and futuristic themes from a Black point of view. Similarly, author, filmmaker, and scholar Yatasha Womack defines Afrofuturism as Black imagination, intersecting with technology and an envisioned future of liberation. Literature, film, music, and scholarship on Afrofuturism presents an alternative and empowering solution to destructive stereotypes, stigma, and Black trauma produced by racial prejudice and offenses against the existence of Black people. Afrofuturism challenges us to envision a state of society and the world where Black isn't the enemy, where Black perspectives and character in unison with technology, animation, film narratives, fantasy, magical realism, and multifaceted arts and intellectual output are considered first priority and, of course, highly valued. Whether through hip-hop, poetry, prose, drama, critical essay, graphic novel, dance, or film, the arts have always served to teach us lessons in critical thought, inquiry, protest, collective healing, and intellectual development, connecting our past to ideal futures captured in visuals, writing, music, and new media. As educators, we may consider what was once culturally responsive pedagogy and simply incorporating a diversity of viewpoints into our curriculums. Now must open to more critical, engaging, and innovative visual depictions in cultural arts and scholarship representing global and underrepresented voices, reflecting artistic and politically defiant literature, music, and film of the African diaspora. This is what educators of today's learners must do to diversify their materials and engage our young scholars and students in the most high interests of materials, and therefore Introduction to Afrofuturism is one of those necessary textbooks. This is the next frontier in the study of humanities, new media, hip-hop and popular culture, African American studies, women's and gender studies, and the scholarship of globally minded and diverse intellectuals and creative writers. The social, technological, and artistic progressive future awaits at the intersections of our past and present cultural knowledge, creative expression, study, and decoding of what leading Afrofuturist intellectuals and artists have to tell us about what has gone and what is coming. Our students, as dreamers, future leaders, and art makers, require a critical and engaging opportunity for learning that connects our artistic, political, philosophical, literary, and historical past with the future, so that these students may transition as thinkers and bold leaders into a globally minded, humanistic future representing innovation and the best of who we might become. Welcome to Afrofutures Pod. And again, I'm your host and producer, DuEwa Frazier. There's more to come. Stay tuned here on Spotify, and also follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/DuEwaWorld, and follow our Instagram for Afrofuturism Book at Afrofuturism Book. Thanks so much for listening. Take care.